All right. Jumping right in, huh? This whole Elon Musk XAI thing, open source AI, it's got everyone talking, and we've got a lot to unpack. I mean, we've got Musk sounding off on X Twitter, whatever we're calling it these days, and then there's that Isaacson guy writing the Musk biography.
Yeah, and it's way bigger than just, your typical tech world drama. And we're talking about like the nuts and bolts of how these crazy, powerful AI models, how they're built, how they're shared. I mean, this stuff could really reshape things.
Okay, so level with me. What's the big deal with Musk going all in on this open source thing?
Well, Musk basically threw down the gauntlet, right? He says XAI is going fully open source with all their AI models. And we're not talking about just some code snippets here. He's talking weights and everything.
Weights and everything. Okay. Explain that like I'm 5, because honestly, I'm a little lost.
Okay, so think of it like this. The weights, they're like the secret sauce, like the special blend of ingredients that make a certain dish unique, right?
Yeah, I'm with you.
With AI, these weights are what makes a model, well, that specific model.
Mm-hmm.
And at this level, companies kill to keep that stuff under wraps.
So he's basically giving away the recipe to his AI secret sauce. I mean, wow.
It's a good question. And it seems to come down to this deep distrust. He's got this distrust of how other companies, especially OpenAI.
Oh, right. The ChatGPT folks.
Right, OpenAI. And, he co-founded that, by the way. But how they're handling AI, it's like he sees it as this dangerous path, this whole secretive, protective thing.
So he's like, this is how it should be done. Open it up. What's the logic there? What are the upsides to open sourcing AI?
I think Musk truly believes that if we want to keep AI from, going all Terminator on us, it needs guidance, guardrails. Yeah. And he sees open sourcing as like the way to do it. More transparency, more people understanding how it works, contributing to it, less chance of one company or a handful of people controlling the whole show,
Okay, I can see that side of it. But let's be real. Isn't there a risk someone takes this open source AI, teaches it to play the stock market or something even crazier, and it all goes sideways?
Oh, absolutely. That's the big debate, right? Open sourcing, sure, it has its downsides. Could make it easier for someone with bad intentions to, to do some damage.
Yeah.
And then there's the whole other can of worms. Who owns these advancements? Who profits? These are questions we'll be wrestling with for a long time.
It's a lot. Right.
Yeah.
So we've got transparency versus control. Musk's over here planting his flag firmly in the open source camp.
Yeah.
But where does OpenAI stand on all this? They're kind of a big deal in this world, yeah.
Huge. And they are going in the complete opposite direction. Closed off, protective of their tech. And it's not just a philosophical difference. It's strategic, business-wise, too. I mean, think about it. OpenAI just raked in $6.6 billion in funding.
Ooh.
Right. Even more than the $6 billion XAI secured back in May. This is a race to the top.
$6.6 billion. Man, it's like we're talking about like sports franchises here, not cutting edge tech. But hey, with that kind of cash flowing in, OpenAI's got to be doing something right. What's their play?
They're going all in on controlled access, creating this aura, right? Yeah. This aura of exclusivity around their models. So they're making them available, sure, but through APIs, partnerships, that kind of thing. But the inner workings.
Yeah.
Totally locked down.
So it's the Apple playbook, the walled garden.
Exactly. And you know what? It seems to be working, at least when you look at the balance sheet. But Musk, he's not just going to sit back and watch. He's playing a different game entirely. One that, honestly, it kind of blurs the lines between all his companies.
Okay, now you've lost me. What do Tesla and Twitter have to do with building AI?
This is where it gets really interesting. Remember when Musk bought Twitter? And everyone thought, okay, this guy's finally gone off the rails.
Across my mind.
Right. Well, it turns out one of the most valuable things he got wasn't the platform itself. It was the data. I mean, think about it. Billions of tweets, conversations, trends. That's pure gold for training AI.
He's using our tweets to train his AI. That's kind of creepy, but also kind of genius.
Totally. And get this, Isaacson, the biographer, he's been dropping some serious insider info. Apparently, Musk is also tapping into Tesla's data. Like billions of data points every single day, all from the cameras and sensors in those self-driving cars.
Hold on. So you're telling me Tesla's self-driving tech is feeding into XAI's development?
Right.
That's some next level stuff.
Right. Musk gets it. The future of AI, it's not just about these chatbots. It's about AI that can operate out there in the real world. And he's doing it in a way no one else can.
It's like this giant AI ecosystem he's building, each company playing its part. It's actually brilliant.
It really is. And it shows you how Musk operates. He takes risks, pushes the limits, always thinking 10 steps ahead. But will it be enough to compete with OpenAI, Google, all the heavy hitters long term? That's the question.
You mentioned Google. They've been quiet. Where do they land on this whole open versus closed debate?
Google's a wild card, no doubt. They've got the cash, they've got the talent, and they've always been innovators. Plus, they've got DeepMind.
DeepMind. That's the...
With Demis Hassabis at the helm, no slouches there. Those are the folks who built the AI that mastered Go.
Oh, right. Right, the Go thing. Wow.
And just recently, they dropped that Gemini AI model, made some serious noise. So they are absolutely a force to be reckoned with. But where they're going long-term in all this, it's anyone's guess.
Okay, so we've got XAI, open source warriors, OpenAI playing their cards close to the vest. Google's out there lurking with DeepMind. Any other players in this AI showdown we should be watching?
You've got a few other companies, some startups, universities doing their thing. But the truth is, the barrier to entry in this game, it's a high bar. You need tons of data, serious computing power, and geniuses on your team just to get in the door.
So it's a high rollers game. Makes you wonder, though, how's this going to play out for the average person? Like, are we all going to have our own AI butlers next year, or are the robots coming to take our jobs?
Those are the big questions, right? And while I can't predict the future, nobody can really. One thing's for sure. AI, it's already changing the game in ways we're just starting to understand, and this is just the beginning.
Okay, so AI changing things, got it. But how? What's it going to look like out there in the real world?
Yeah.
Beyond all the, robot overlords and billion-dollar headlines.
Yeah, it's kind of like, remember back in the day trying to explain the internet, back when it was dial-up and, like, Prodigy?
Oh, I'm old enough to remember.
Nobody could have predicted how it would change, well, everything, right?
Yeah.
Communication, buying stuff, even the way we think.
Why?
AI, it has that same potential, or even bigger. Who knows?
Okay, so no crystal ball gazing. Fair enough.
Yeah.
But what are some things that realistically could play out over the next few years?
Well, let's talk about your job, Riz.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of experts think AI could automate tons of those everyday tasks, stuff nobody really loves doing anyway.
Right.
But here's the thing. It also frees us up, right? To focus on the stuff that really matters. The creative stuff, the strategy could even lead to entirely new types of jobs that right now we can't even imagine.
That's the thing about disruption, right? Scary and exciting at the same time.
Totally. And this is key for everyone listening, really. Adaptability. That's the name of the game. What's valuable today might be obsolete tomorrow. Continuous learning, being open to new tech. That's how you thrive in a world where AI is everywhere.
So less about, learning to code, more about always evolving how you think.
Exactly. And it goes way beyond just work, right? Think about it. What if AI personalized education? So every lesson was tailored for you, or healthcare, treatments designed for your specific DNA. This stuff is closer than we think.
It's a lot, honestly. Exciting, but yeah, a little intimidating too.
Sure, I get it. But here's the thing. This isn't some fixed destiny, right? It's not pre-programmed. The choices we make right now about open source, about the ethics of it all, the regulations, that's what will determine where AI goes.
Okay, that actually makes me feel a little better.
It should. We're not just along for the ride.
So this whole Musk OpenAI thing, it's not just about who's got the best tech. It's about, two totally different visions for the future of AI.
Exactly. And there's no easy answer here, no right or wrong. But just having these conversations, weighing the pros and cons, that's how we figure it out.
Absolutely. So if someone's listening to all this and their head's spinning a little, what's the one thing you want them to take away from this AI deep dive?
Stay curious. Stay informed. The future of AI, we're writing it right now, and everyone's got a role to play.
I love that. All right, everybody, that's a wrap on this one, but this conversation, it's far from over. We'll be back soon to dig even deeper into the world of AI. In the meantime, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep those great questions coming.